LeBron on top again, but with some help from his friends. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you on the Sports Update presented by Toyota. If you've been watching the Pistons-Cavs series, you've seen LeBron James mature right in front of your eyes, hitting the big shots in Game 3, finding his teammates at the right spot, and taking over when he needed to in Game 4. Cleveland ties the series at a pair apiece, 91-87 the final. LeBron 13 points in the fourth quarter. That's one more than he had the rest of the game. But James not the whole story. How about the play of teammates, especially Drew Gooden and Daniel Gibson? The two had 40 points in Game 4, the exact same total as they did in Games 1 through 3. The two 12 of 19 from the floor and 15 of 16 from the free throw line. Most of that done by Gibson, 12 of 12 performance. But just a rookie. All that for Mike Brown's squad, but those guys wouldn't get the looks without this number 23.
We got to the fourth quarter, and then he did his thing. He took over. It's 2 games in a row where he's taken over that fourth quarter and put us on his big, broad shoulders and said, go come along for the ride. And again, 2 games in a row, we went for the ride, and he carried us home.
But they've got to win in Detroit, Game 5 there Thursday night. As for the fifth and what could be deciding game between San Antonio and Utah, that's set for tonight. Jazz going to have to figure out a way to not let the Spurs get out to a big lead and also need to play some defense. Spurs hit 55% from the floor in the first 2 in San Antonio in this series. Remember, the Jazz 18 straight losses in the Alamo City. Meanwhile, Laker owner Dr. Jerry Buss arrested Tuesday on suspicion of a DUI, but he has much bigger concerns. Kobe Bryant on multiple outlets Tuesday said he was, quote, furious with the way things have happened. That's twofold. One, saying he feels he was lied to by the organization about them bringing in free agents to help him win now. And 2, commenting on a report that he was the sole reason Shaquille O'Neal left. Kobe saying for the first time he had nothing to do with O'Neal's departure, and Shaq backed up the story to ESPN.com. This will be something to follow throughout the next few days, maybe throughout the rest of the summer. But not the only story in Southern California. The Ducks of Anaheim trying to become the first ever Pacific Time Zone team to win a Stanley Cup. They look to take step 2 to that tonight against Ottawa, but have to cut down on penalties. The league's most penalized team in the regular season took 7 in Game 1. For Ottawa, it's simple. Top line has to do better than just 5 shots. All right, time for baseball and news and notes. And Roger Clemens expected to make his first start back with the Yankees, not in Boston, but rather in Chicago next Monday. Former Mets closer Armando Benitez did his old team a favor. 2 balks in the bottom of the 12th to let the tying run score, then served a walk-off home run to Carlos Delgado. San Francisco has lost 4 straight. But not the case for Colorado. The Rockies have been to the playoffs once and a winning record just 3 times since becoming a team in '93. But Tuesday winning their 7th straight game. That's the first time since '98. All right, time for the Wits Hits, and this streak goes back a lot longer. Robbie Ginepri's suspended match finished this morning with a loss, so all 9 U.S. men out of the French Open in the first round. That's the first time that's happened in at least 30 years. The NFL Players Association has asked Commissioner Roger Goodell to reduce Titans cornerback Pac-Man Jones' suspension from an entire season without pay. They did it in a letter. Jones has already appealed his suspension. No decision on that has been made. And if you're into this weekend's Autism Speaks 400 presented by Visa, that's NASCAR for you non-NASCAR fans, well, Pete Pistone has your report. Find it here on CBS Sportsline. See if he thinks Jimmy Johnson and Matt Kenseth can cut into Jeff Gordon's lead from the race at Dover. All right, that'll do it for the Sports Update presented by Toyota for Wednesday, May 30th. Have a great rest of the day and enjoy what should be, as always, an interesting night in sports. I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.